Hello one, hello all, it is the gothiest ghost of them all, Caspa in the flesh, and it's time for a review of Lucki-Flawless, like me. Lucki is a California rapper, singer, and this is his debut album, but he has been on the scene for a while, because he's been releasing mixtapes, and he's been doing it for almost over a decade now. Because he first came on the scene with projects like Alternative Trap and followed by other projects. And like I said, these were mixtapes. This was not a studio album. And that was back in 2013. So almost a decade. So it's been a decade. And we get an album that sounds like he just got on the scene. And not in a very good way either. Like, the tracks on here are just so milquetoast, so unemotional, so flat, so uninteresting on all levels. I'm sorry. And believe me, I don't take pleasure in coming on here and shitting on albums. I really don't. Like, when I say something, it's all in the intention of progression. Progression. That's what I'm saying it for. Not to hate on anybody, to make anyone feel bad. I'm just saying my opinion, and that is all. You can take it how you want. But yeah, truly and honestly, I don't know how he's making people's top 50 of albums of all time. I don't see how people could say this is a wonderful album. I really don't see that. And I don't even know how he makes people's top 10. Like, how? I'm puzzled here. Like, I can understand if he had, like, interesting production choices. But we don't even get that. We don't even get that. Like, his production choices sound like bottom of the barrel, Cash Money throwbacks, and some bottom of the barrel, whole lot of red throwaways. That's what it sounds like here. And like, I couldn't even commit. I've heard this album quite a few times, and I cannot commit one melody to memory. Not one melody to memory. Barely a hook to memory. Like, he doesn't have anything lyrically clever to say. He doesn't have anything funny to say. Like, and the melodies, like I said, are just so forgettable on this thing. The hooks are so forgettable on this thing. The only hook, or the only thing I could think of that brought some emotion, and it's pretty much just off of Concept, is DNA, where he's talking about drug use and drug addiction, which is an important subject to touch on. But other than that, there's really nothing else here. Like, it sounds like he just got so high, which is fine. You get high, you can record. Just make sure it doesn't affect your craft negatively. And unfortunately, that's what happened here. Like, it sounds like he's on cloud 9, and he's just staying there and just boring me to tears. Like, sure, he's up, but the emotional potency, not that there ever was one going into this, but I just get more and more and more and more disappointed as I listen to this, more and more bored as I listen to this. And it would be okay if it was like 10 tracks, I wouldn't have minded, but you got well over an hour of absolutely boring, tedious mind-numbing shit on here. And not even the features could save this thing. Like, Future came on here, didn't really add anything to it. Like, we got a little, a little bit of punch, but not enough. Like, it sounds like he didn't even want to be there. And Babyface Ray, he makes an appearance on here. And, him, Babyface Ray, they come together and they make this unstoppable, undeniable force to bore me to tears. They did a great job at that. But, man, I really tried with this. I really tried. And I would say it's a smidge more enjoyable than Destroy Lonely's album. I would say it's a smidge more enjoyable than Ken Carson's album. But as far as me wanting to return to this thing, there's not a Frosty the Snowman's balls chance in hell I would want to return to this thing. This is probably one of the worst albums of the year. And I'm sorry. It's just how I feel. Due to his sleepy vocal performances on here, barely any catchy melodies that I'd want to sing along to on here. Like, nothing bangs on this at all. Barely anything bangs on this. It's just a bunch of weak MIDI horns, weak drums, like they're like taps. Like, they just sound so cheap. And we got just Lucki just sleeping on it. And that's the thing too, like, the name is Lucki, but I feel very unfortunate to listen to this album. But I don't know, you guys probably hear something that I don't, probably get something out of this that I don't. I mean, maybe, you want something relaxing. Maybe you want something, okay, this could be it. Maybe you're sleep deprived and you want to go to sleep and you need an album to do it too. And Lucki's the guy for that. See, I was able to come up with more positivity in this. But yeah, I don't like falling asleep to music. Maybe that's why I'm not a fan. Maybe. So Lucki-Flawless Like Me. I'm feeling 1 black heart on this. Just 1 out of 5. 1 black heart out of 5 on this. And it's just how I feel. It's just how I feel. So Caspa, Gothic Ghost, Lucki, Flawless Like Me. Till we meet again.